Hey gamers, Lord Arcane here. I told you I was going to try to get in a video of some gameplay with my new Sacred Fist, but it's been kind of a rough weekend, and I was supposed to be out playing Pathfinder today, but I'm kind of sick. So good on us, we get a chance to play a little bit. Bad on me because I don't feel well, so bear with me if I sound a little bit off. I'm going to go ahead and kill the audio within the game. Unfortunately, it makes it really hard to hear over me. So, with no further ado, bye-bye on the sound of DDO. Okay. Now, let's talk about what we're looking at. This here is my Sacred Fist. Okay? And I'm in the Grove. There's the Grove. Sacred Grove. Things in it, yep. Anyway, it's right off the harbor. And here's the Temple of Elemental Evil guy. You talk to him. He doesn't actually do anything at this point. It's more informational. We'll be heading in there in a minute. So we wanted to talk a little bit about our Sacred Fist here. Here's our enhancement tree. I can't read it if it's up in the top corner, so I'm going to move it down a little bit. All right, so Sacred Fist is here. It replaces the Knight of the Chalice for these characters. All my points so far have been in Sacred Fist. I've got my Tiefling, of course, that's my race. And I've got the other two, Radiant Servant and Stalwart Defender, but you'll notice I haven't got any points in them. So I've just got points specifically in Sacred Fist. So let's look at what we got here. Okay, there's the toggle. While it's activated, me punch, you do flame damage. More flame damage. Plus, plus 1 to saves, plus 1 to AC. That's never a bad thing, right? Plus more flame damage, and my Cure Disease casts Greater Restoration, so I can get rid of level drain. Attacking damage, and attacking damage. All 4 of those, so that's a total of a plus 6 to hit and a plus 4 to damage. Okay. Here is a AoE taunt using Key. This one here is, an offhand swing chance, so a little bit more swing, never a bad thing. Here's walk faster because I hate walking slow. There's another die of flame, so there's 4 dice of flame so far. And inflict arrows, and then here's a couple points of charisma. Alright. So that's the basics. You've got your other feats you start with. You can actually use charisma for attacking damage by default. You don't have to have the Feydark Illusionist. I thought I did originally, but you don't. So that's the thing. Okay, I don't have some of the monk abilities, but I do have some others. So let's talk about what I've got, what I don't. Okay? Combat styles, these are feats I've taken. 2-weapon defense and 2-weapon fighting. Because, as I said, me swing fast. Defensive fighting, force of personality. My charisma is a whole lot better than my wisdom. So that helps my will saves. Okay. Those are the ones I've taken. Deity feats, you start with these guys here. Excuse me. At least one of them. You are proficient with hand reps, and you are considered a favored weapon for you. You gain plus 1 to hit with favored weapons. There's plus 7 to hit with my hand reps. While centered, you're considered to be wearing heavy armor for the effects of certain feats in the Sacred Defender tree, which I'm not yet. And you may use your charisma for your attacking damage with key weapons. There you go. Now, that can play in a couple different interesting ways. Okay? Right now I'm using entirely hand reps because of the bonus damage and because I don't have any levels in Monk. This is a 100% straight Sacred Fist right now. Couple things I can do to modify that. If I take some Monk levels, there's ways to get staves as a key weapon. There's ways to get short swords as a key weapon. So there's a few options I've got there that work on key weapons. If I wanted to use, there's a few key weapons scattered throughout. It would work, but I have to be a little fussy on them. Okay, martial feats. Sunder and Trip, those are built in. Monk feats. My AC bonus. This one's a little bit different because I get my AC bonus from my charisma rather than wisdom as a sacred fist. If I happen to split into a little bit of monk, it becomes whichever's higher of the two. And my wisdom blows, so it would be charisma. Evasion's nice. Okay? Nothing quite like saying, ha, you didn't hit me with that reflex save, so I didn't take any damage from the fireball. Flurry of blows. Okay? Swing faster. So here's an example of a couple weapons. Comet quarterstaff, shuriken. All key weapons. Now, ironically, I'm not proficient in shurikens. I don't hit with them very well. You get an increase in your attack bonus and a 2% dodge bonus. Okay, so dodging, very good. Unarmed strike. Fists are lethal weapons. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward there. Paladin feats. I get the auras of the paladins. So, bonus to saves against fear. Right? Aura of good. Bonus in armor, to saves in armor class against evil creatures. Divine Grace. Bonus to my saves equal to my paladin level. Well, 3 times, maximum of 3 times my paladin level plus 2. Or 2 plus 3 times my paladin level. Or my charisma bonus, whichever's higher. Okay, well, no. Let me reword that. 2 plus 3 times my paladin level up to my charisma bonus. Divine Health, immune to diseases. Fear, immunity, immune to fear. Lay on hands, me heal. Remove disease. This one, as I said, has a bonus from my tree that allows me to cast Regret Restoration with my remove diseases. And I have a bunch of them. I have 7 of them. Smite Evil. Those recharge every 90 seconds. And I haven't ranged Smite Evil. I haven't used that one yet. Turn Undead. Theoretically, I could do that, but I never turn undead. I just beat them up. Okay, here's one of the interesting problems that I have. Okay, I'm proficient with hand wraps, but not shurikens. And throwing daggers are not key weapons. So I probably will end up picking up a shuriken at some point and just suffering the minus to hit on it because I'm not proficient. I think I'll still stay centered, but I'm not entirely sure. And my racial feats, I'm, well, a tiefling, so I get balance and a bonus to saves versus spells. I have a +2 bonus to hit and damage lawful outsiders and good outsiders, and I'm immune to fear from there as well. That's interesting because I also do lawful and good damage penetration, so that's really strong against, say, demons. All right, just a moment here. I'm being talked at. Moving on with life. All right. Here's the Temple of Elemental Evil. Sorry, my wife's talking at me. She's out and about running errands and picking up lunch and things like that, and she was talking to me. All right, so Temple of Elemental Evil. Originally, walking through this door would have started your missions, but they changed it. They broke it apart into pieces. Okay, here is the original outside of the temple. It is now an open zone. I can get on my horse if I wanted to. There's nothing out here. There's no bad guys. There's no dungeon right here. There's no notes. Temple of Elemental Evil is kind of a fun one because Will Wheaton narrates it. And, you know, Will Wheaton's kind of a fun person. My wife's got a big crush on him. Well, at least did many moons ago. All right, inside the temple, also not currently the dungeon. Okay, you talk to Elmo here. It'll point you the right direction. I've already talked to Elmo. He points you down here to the south. We got these two quests. Ostler will lead us into the first part of the temple, and after we're done here, Sig will lead us into the second part of the temple. This is part one. Both of these are the first temple, for lack of a better word. The other dungeons, I'll show you real fast where they're at, are over this way, and they follow part one. We have seen some interesting drops from here. A friend and I, and my wife and my daughter, the four of us ran it with our big kids yesterday. And we got, had some fun. Got lots of experience because we took our time and whatnot. You can still, spend a lot of time here if you want to. Okay, so this is the second half of the temple. Well, the lower temple, I guess I should say. Think of it as two different temples. This is the elemental part of the temple. Okay, so you got 4 dungeons here. I can't take them yet, as you can see. Okay, and then the 5th one there. Good times, much fun. Let's go get ourselves killed, or hopefully kill some evil today. Now this is a merchant. You can't sell them. You can only buy stuff from him. I don't need to buy anything, so I'm not dealing with it. This altar here is for the old crafting from Temple of Elemental and Evil, but they've removed that system because honestly it was just kind of a pain in the butt. Okay, so come on, dungeon. I'll let it go in the dungeon since it lets me. Alright, entering the dungeon on normal because I'm a wuss and I keep dying. There's some nasty things in here and I keep messing up. Part of that is my character. I mentioned in my video the other day that I start with paladinly gear, which is all fine and dandy, but I can't use some of it, like heavy armor. So I had to custom make myself this outfit here. So I've got some Constitution and some Death Block, because Death Block's good. I made this ring, gives me some charisma and protection, and I made this belt. Give me some natural armor and some dodge. So now I have some dodge, and my armor class went up by about 20 points. So that's a good thing. I don't like being hit. Yeah, picking up notes from Will Wheaton, they're going to look like these globes. Read them on your own. I don't have time for all that. All right. Well, listen, I'm doing a little bit of lightning damage because I've got the starter hand wraps, which are shock based, and then the fire damage is from my Sacred Fist. I'm not going to run this video for a long time. I just wanted to kind of show you the Sacred Fist capabilities and a little bit about the temple. Oh, there we go. Got to feed the frog. Now, if I find the spiders, I can feed the frog. But I have to deal with the spiders. Well, let's talk to the frog guy. What's wrong with your frog? Oh, we had a sick frog? Okay, I'll go beat up spiders and feed frog if I can find spiders. Temple of Elemental Evil has a lot of random encounters in it. Things move around everywhere. So there's no guarantee you're going to find everything every trip. As a matter of fact, I will guarantee you will not find everything every trip. How's that for a guarantee, right? Yeah, normally I beat these guys up pretty solid. Wasn't really a problem that I had with most of the minions on hard. There's one area that was kind of an issue. It's up this direction. Specific route. Okay. This is more for completeness, thoroughness, call it what you want to call it. A total of 8 of these Will Wheaton notes. Those little globes. In part 1 here. These chests used to have materials for crafting in Temple of Elemental Evil, but as I said, they disabled that system. They're no longer using it. So now they just loot chests, which I'm perfectly fine with. I like loot. I'm not fussy. As I said, forgive me. I'm not feeling too hot. All the single cultists, all the single cultists. Yeah, there are lots of shrines in here. And if you're on normal, they refresh pretty quickly. That does take some time, but you can use them if you need to. Times, just have to be patient with them. All right, here's where it's problematic. And that ballista, as you can see, fires really quickly, and it hurts. I gotta get them to get away from the ballista so I can actually beat them up. Okay. Just trying on the other side. That would save me some time. That ballista's killed me a couple different trips through here because I've tried to do it on hard. It hurts a lot worse. Okay, because I guess it qualifies as a trap. Yeah, to put it in perspective, it hit you for like 60 damage. I have 150 hit points. So it drops me about 2.5 swings. Alright, so that rune is important for the final door. That's why I flip it. Now, I could make a better hand wraps right now, but I can't make drastically better hand wraps. I've got the shock ones. I can make, I think shock 2 is level 7. So I was holding off a little bit. I have to look at my crafting planner. So there's a few things I could do to up my damage a bit. But defense was the part that I was really worried about, not so much my offense. Anyway, I need to go AFK, so I am going to let you guys go, but hopefully you enjoyed our little preview, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.